service ambassador for the morning. If you have any questions or concerns, you can locate me inside the accessibility coach. That's coach 4507, and that's 4 coaches from the front of the train. This train will make all station stops to Aldershot, and end its trip at Aldershot Station. There'll be bus connections along the way in Burlington for Stony Creek, Grimsby, Beamsville, St. Catharines, Niagara Falls, and Niagara College, as well as bus connections in Aldershot for Brantford, McMaster University, Hamilton, and the Hamilton Go Centre. On behalf of Go Transit and our operating crew, we'd like to thank you for traveling with us, and have a wonderful trip. Exhibitions are first station stop, the exhibition. And sorry, ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, any passengers exiting at Port Credit or Burlington, the elevators are out of service for some mandatory upgrades. We do apologize for the inconvenience.
Enclenchez la bande d'alarme jaune à bord du train, c'est comme appeler le 911. Utilisez-la uniquement en cas d'urgence médicale, en cas d'incendie, lorsque votre sécurité est menacée ou lorsque la police ou les agents du service de sécurité s'avèrent nécessaires. La mauvaise utilisation de la bande d'alarme est passible d'une amende.
See, they translate all the rules.
When you travel, face coverings are essential to keeping everyone safe. That's why it's mandatory to properly wear a face covering that covers your nose and mouth while in stations, on platforms, and for your entire train or bus ride. At Go Transit, safety never stops.
Lorsque vous voyagez, il est essentiel de porter un masque pour assurer la sécurité de chacun. C'est pourquoi il est obligatoire de porter correctement un masque couvrant le nez et la bouche dans les gares, sur les quais et pendant tout votre trajet en train ou en autobus. Chez Go Transit, c'est destination sécurité, sans arrêt.
is where I get off. How is that run? Yeah, this is good. I'm where I'm supposed to be. There it is. Toronto. Alright, so I'm heading to another place. Gotta hustle because I have a meeting in like there it goes. Right where the highway is. That's the Gardner above it. GMO Field. I think I tell you this every time I do a video. So these parallel modes of transportation, transport, transit, travel. And that's the other side. If you can see, you can't see today, but the transit hub right there as well. All right. So that's going into Liberty Village, but me there go yasa. Walking to Dufferin Street. And this is the South Liberty Trail. There's the rules. I love these historical landmarks, just letting you know what all was up here before. To Atlantic Avenue. Some info. You can pause it to read more closely. I love these old images, eh? Yeah, and my connection to this neighborhood really is Afro-Pan, which is now 2 years without a pan yard. God, I hope it comes back. I hope, you know, some kind of format. Caravana 2022, maybe? The bloody anti-vaxxers and goddamn idiot non-mask bullshit fuckeries. I mean, I can't, you know, every time I don't even bother engage with them because it's just like, and I love this, where you get, so this is actually where Afro-Pan would be set up. Look at this little table. I don't know what else is going on there. Somebody just dumped a whole bunch of stuff. All right. I think this is Atlantic Avenue. So it's, yeah, it seems to be a neighborhood of jails. As I said, you can pause and read at your leisure. So Liberty Trail, and these great photographs. Battle of York. And there's that image. That's where York is just down the road. And see definitely so. Alright. So I do have a meeting shortly. This is about 9:45, 9:40, something like that. And so, yep. This is more information, rules. Yeah, a little driveway that connects in. And the highway continues. See how clean Toronto is? And even upon the, you know, the open space, they might clean up. This might be the last history thing here. All right, I did that the other day, that alley. I'm not able today. No, I'm going to do quick and dirty. Get off the train, hustle home. I don't want no sometime love. I'm going to tell you how long I lived here before I discovered this little trail to the train station. So I used to always go down to Union just because I just find a hassle to walk down Dufferin, or sometimes I caught the bus. Sometimes I can't still catch the bus to get to go the Dufferin route. That's cool to know. That's actually a rail coming in from Windsor. So there you go. Parting shot. So gotta get my ass moving. Oh. There's a little alleyway, the other end. And usually when non-COVID days, you walk through there, but every time I tried it lately, it's locked, so I'm not gonna bother. You have no beauty company, has a beautiful light fixture, but the doors are locked, can't get in. Again, everything's like just become more rigid because of COVID. Place you could pop in and just see the wonderful design. Now they restrict people coming in and out, right? Because they gotta manage the amount of traffic and contact, because if there's an outbreak, you know, you contain potential exposure. Makes sense. It's a bit of a drag, but you know, yes, let's get back to these blood clot anti-vaxxers and anti-maskers running around making noise. And all I keep screaming at them, there's a pandemic. I understand we live in a democracy, and I understand the people need to speak, and I understand that we need to, you know, consider all kinds of options. But what me want to know is when them people talk about no mask and no vaccine, me not hear them posit any option besides option we're going to kill the whole of we or kill a significant proportion of us. That's all me hear. And while them say, oh, but this isn't going to kill some people now, and even with the mask, this happen and that they happen. I'm like, but without these, can we then imagine the slaughter? And absolutely everything is risk. From the day and night, as my granny would have say, any vaccine will come out or anything. Yes, some of you not gonna make it, and you're not gonna work for some people. Like, isn't that the I'm just like, and I feel like, what is it I'm missing with y'all? And yes, black people may give us a bly, because we know, say, we have to be careful and cautious. And as I said to some of my friends and people in my life who said, me not sure, I said, go to somebody with your trust in the medical field and chat to them. Somebody will work with science and evidence. And we agree now, evidence everybody, because some of them ready to kill the whole away, if not the black people specifically. So yes, but now just make up your mind, because you read so sitting just so and this. So my favorite line, quote I just saw, that we need to go back to find, from Isaac Asimov, around the assumption that your ignorance is equal to my wisdom and knowledge in a democracy. I love that, because that's what's being posited. That's why the idiot Donald Trump, and I just think that really and truly, yes, there's always been naysayers and people will question what I go on, always, but I really believe the nonsense of Donald Trump, where empower people say, everybody can just say whatever, and then that just gets accepted as some kind of automatic truth, or automatic truth along with everything else. And well, I think there's an argument for that. Some of when they see, as Jamaicans I say, it's a blood clot. It's a fucking blood clot. And me not even have no time for them. And my favorite, walking by anti-maskers or anti-vaxxers demonstrations when they're saying, our bodies, our choice. And we know some of these blood clots, when you see them with them, or not all of them, but some people in the same crowd with them Trump flags, clearly in association, not being cussed out and kicked out, who are people who are clearly anti-reproductive rights and really want to control human body. But so this suddenly, they say it not apply. All of a sudden they co-opt our body, our choice. Like, oh my goodness. And let me be clear. If you don't want to take the vaccine, not take it. If you don't want to wear your mask, no wear it. Just not go in and no mix up group of people to compromise the whole of we. Or make sure you take your particular precautions for yourself and your family, but for the rest of we. Because at the root of some of this is selfishness. It's a particular kind of me individual, which is, I have to say, unfortunately, how conservatives talk about it, you know? They don't want big government and government involvement and anybody get any benefit or anything until them forget it. Right? That's how it really works. I think I can make it. Yep. And then, don't know if you can see. Yeah, there it is. Final shot, CN Tower. And then back to my hood. We're almost there. Ah, so 20 something minutes, even though I lollygagged. And maybe some of you now listen and say, boy, my chat shit, which is alright. It's alright. Yeah, listen, that's the part about democracy we love. We can disagree, we can argue, we can have different opinions respectfully. So may I say all this respectfully, even though, because I'm a yardie, I have to throw in some Jamaican patois and cuss and carry on in the way I deliver it. But know that I say it with a deep love and respect for any other opinion, and as long as I can bring on a vacative, you know, your evidence, your rationale. But what I want to hear is a cohesive, clear option ahead to protect the community of the whole of we. Not just some of we will decide, say, well, me no want to be confined by rah. On a blood clot, we are confined in all kinds of ways as it is right now. We do put all kind of things in our body. You know, same people will carry on. They might take all kind of other drugs. You know, as one of my friends said, when you go to your doctor and you have an illness and they might prescribe this and that for you, you're there, a customer and say, take it now we are talking about. Anyway, I mean, yes, one of the things I learned from HIV/AIDS and the activism of the very privileged white gay men who, you know, at least by having access to information and time and opportunity to be able to, you know, engage with it, and the benefit of them middle and upper class education opportunities to understanding, they brought into parlance, you know, the empowerment of the patient and the empowerment of all of us as individuals to be informed and determine our course of action forward. Righteous? So, I'm going to negate all of that. And as I said, even if we don't disagree, we can bring it to you, can bring it, we each have a right to how we want to navigate. But when it comes to the vulnerability of the larger community, we have to step back. Or we have to make some compromise. Right? So, alright, I'm done pontificating and carrying on. I just had a vent about the things that have been on my mind, because when we see them, I just walk by them like, but there it is. Alright, you know, there's always the unfollow button. And there's a sister. I love ending on that note. My sister in my neighborhood. There we go. Ciao.